not want to talk about it, but I want to say how happy and proud we are to get the unemployment rate down to 6.9%, which is remarkable in 6 months. We didn't think, or most consensus didn't think we'd see single digits, much less 6.9, until early next year. So I'm proud of that. There's still a lot of hardship left. A lot of people need to go back, but we generated another 900,000, 907,000 private sector jobs, and we're gaining on it. And I think it goes back to the excellent, well-crafted relief package of last winter. And frankly, we still have low taxes and low regulations and relatively cheap energy and good trade deals. And I think presidential policies are enormously helpful here. And I hope it continues. And there's more hardship. I get that. And we will be happy to talk. We've already begun to talk with Senator McConnell about a so-called stimulus package. So that's my intro.
Is President Trump prepared, given the numbers, prepared to concede the presidential race?
Hallie, it's not for me to say. I leave up to the president. I leave it up to the campaign. I'm trying to stay in my economic lane. I understand you have to ask questions, but I can't say.
Larry, can I ask you about the? How did he sound?
Pardon?
You said you spoke with him, I believe, this morning.
Yes, I did. Sounded great. Sounded great.
Was he enthused about the results? Was he concerned?
He was enthused about 6.9% unemployment, and the only thing I will say, I mean, conversations are private, but he intends to fight.
What does that mean, Larry? What does that mean,
Larry, that there
intend
is
to fight?
widespread voter fraud,
If he's
Larry?
lost,
Do you see
how do you
evidence
keep
of it?
fighting?
I just don't want to elaborate. I appreciate the question. I respect it. It's not for me to say. It's for him to say.
And you'll stick with the president no matter what?
Yes, I will stick with the president. This is a great country. This is a great democracy. We abide by the rule of law. I've had a lot of questions on the media, TV media, and Jim, I have been from day one. I'm here almost 3 years. I have been honored to serve this president and honored to serve the country. It's been the highlight of my professional career.
Larry, let me ask you about the future.
I'm sorry. I want to help everybody. Go ahead, Blake.
Let me ask you the future about stimulus talks. You said
Yeah.
that the White House
Yeah.
has spoken with Mitch McConnell.
Yes,
this
we
morning.
have.
What do you believe the likely scenario from here going forward?
Well, Senator McConnell, and for that matter, President Trump and Secretary Mnuchin and I and the others, we would like to negotiate a package. It would still be a targeted package to specific areas. We're not interested in, $2 or $3 trillion. You'll see familiar themes.
So you've moved off that 1.9 number?
We haven't really even talked about numbers yet. Substantively, in policy terms, we're very keen on the renewing and extending the PPP aid for small business, right? Worked brilliantly last year. I think it's one of the key reasons why unemployment has come down so much. Unemployment assistance, I think, we've got an unemployment rate way down to 6.9%, but there's still people out of work and there's hardship, and I believe the executive order the president put out was extremely helpful, but only lasted a few months as we warned, and now it's time for Congress to act to help the unemployed. The insurance liability issues will still be there. More money for hospitals, more money for schools, K through 12 and so forth. Those will be on the table.
So are the talks with Nancy Pelosi over with?
Sorry?
Are the talks with Nancy Pelosi over with, and it's a White House Republican issue going forward?
I would just say right now, we're communicating with Senator McConnell. By all accounts, we're going to hold the Senate and pick up 10 or 12 seats in the House. Some people saying 18 seats. I'll just say 10 or 12. So we think we're in a very strong position. The president and his policies had long coattails in this election. But this will play out, Blake. It will play out. I think everyone's going to want to get a stimulus package through.
Larry, do you think at some point you might be one of those people close to the president who would tell him hard truths if we get to that point? Do you see yourself in that kind of role?
I play it a day at a time, and as I said, I'm honored to serve this president and the country.
Larry, can I ask, what do you think that some weeks of uncertainty with legal action, possibly recount, what kind of weeks of uncertainty, what kind of impact will that have on the markets, on confidence in the American economy?
I think the markets have already and will continue to deal with it. The markets have been rallying in recent days. There are a number of reasons for that. The markets have seen these electoral processes play out before. It takes time. So I don't see any problem there at all. Again, I think what you're seeing is a much stronger than expected economy, starting with the 6.9 unemployment rate today. But other indicators, I know you're not all financial people, but the PMIs and the ISMs very strong in October. Inventories way down, savings is way up. So you're going to have to rebuild inventories to meet the demands, auto demands, housing demands. I saw in the report today, underneath the hood, manufacturing jobs rose briskly again, construction jobs rose briskly again. That's all to the good. There's a tremendous amount of monetary stimulus in the system that I think is providing additional strength for the economy. And I think that's what markets are looking at. Earnings, profits continue to be revised up, and up. So I think that's driving the market. And you've got a zero interest rate and easy money from the Fed. Yes.
Are you confident the president will concede if he loses?
I just, look, those are questions for the president, not for me.
Were you comfortable then with the remarks that he gave last night during the forum?
Am I comfortable with them? Look, yes, I mean, I'm here, all right, day at a time. I'm here. I'm working on what my lane is. That's the key point. The other matters are out of my lane. It's up to the president and the campaign and so forth.
Do you see credible
Do
allegations
you
of
also believe that the president did win, as he said yesterday?
I don't have any comments on that. It's a close race.
And Larry, do you believe in these allegations of voter fraud that are being alleged?
You know, I've not participated in any of that. I don't, you know, it's not my lane.
Would you like to see that kind of evidence yourself?
I'm just going to leave it where I left it. I appreciate the questions. I respect you, but I don't have a response to that. I'm so happy that people are going back to work and that the V-shaped recovery, which I and a few others touted many, many months ago and got hammered, is coming. We're recovering. America is going back to work. I just think that is a very important message. It's not even a partisan message as far as I'm concerned.
I'm being told that President Trump is reaching out to his base for them to come to DC later and protest if need be. Is that true?
I have no comments on
Larry,
that.
the idea, if this
Peter, you're going to be the last.
if this trajectory continues, where you have a Democratic president but a Republican House and Senate, has the potential to be a lot of gridlock in this town, also has the potential to be everybody working together. What is your best hope comes out of that, and should it require Joe Biden to sort of shift his economic policies in a different direction?
Well, to that very last point, yes. I mean, I think that was the message. GOP won't retake the House, but we'll be close, actually, the way this turns out. There was no blue wave. And the, kind of far left socialist type government planning, high tax and re-regulate, healthcare and energy, all that stuff was rejected, plainly rejected. And so that is going to change, I believe, congressional attitudes. And it may be a little easier to hammer out good pro-growth policies. That's a possibility. I don't want to predict it. We'll see what the final results, the scorecard looks like. But I know that the far left stuff was defeated very badly. Even in looking at the states, GOP carried a lot of legislatures, didn't lose any. They carried a lot of new ones. Illinois rejected a graduated progressive income tax. They're going to stay with a flat tax. This is no time to raise taxes. It's a message that I've had all during this election in policy terms. So yes, I think there's some very big changes. I thank you all. All best.